it should rain, but a lot of clouds are sure coming in. And what I read today, seems like there was a lot of news story about this Area 51 thing where people were storming it. From what I gathered, this started out as a gag of sort, like somebody created a group just to say, okay, let's gather up and, go in there and see if there's aliens, and apparently it caught on. And all these articles, like these titles, Storm Area 51 hoax draws hundreds to events outside secretive US base. Another one says, a look at day one, photos. This seems like people are setting up like some festival or something with a bunch of alien stuff. It is a restricted area too, and it says in this one, Storm Area 51, fewer arrests and fewer actual aliens at the party in the desert. Because of this, I actually watched like this weird, I guess, news report about someone that got arrested, like they were a tourist or something like that, and they crossed like this line that basically makes it, hey, you're in military area now. And it makes me wonder, with all these festivities, so to speak, that they're setting up, are people going to actually make this into like a festival now? A lot of the screenshots show as well that there's a lot of, I guess, security, like people in vehicles just up in the hill, I suppose monitoring in case someone unauthorized gets in. Makes me wonder what would happen if someone got dumb and flew their drone in there. What would happen there, actually? I wonder if they have anti-drone measures, so to speak, to stop that. And speaking of drones, I guess more police officers in Canada are going to get drones across the country, huh? This one says, Winnipeg police seeking to buy drone to increase eyes in the sky. Drone will help police with investigations, searches, but criminal justice expert worries about surveillance. Winnipeg police want to join the growing ranks of law enforcement agencies across Canada, adding drones to their arsenal of crime-fighting tools. The city of Winnipeg issued a tender for the purchase of a drone or remotely piloted aircraft system, as Transport Canada and some police forces prefer to call them, at the request of Winnipeg Police Service. And for this, they'll want to use it for more than just video. It says Winnipeg's drones would be equipped with a loudspeaker, which could help police guide lost persons out of danger and avoid the need for exhaustive ground search, Carver said. It could also be used to get close to hazardous materials or disaster scenes without putting personnel at risk. And they mentioned the same point about here in Vancouver, why the police is doing it now, because of the revised rules, they say, that Transport Canada has, so they think it's the right time. Although it makes me wonder again if there's an oversight here, because a lot of those drones, if they're using, like, let's just say the DJI one, you can't fly over people. So it made me wonder if they actually considered that. And of course, the topic about privacy. It says here, as the use of drones increases, privacy advocates have raised concerns about the potential social impacts the technology could have. The question isn't, could these things be useful to the police? It should be, what are the risks police specifically having control over this technology? And this was the interesting point, I thought, because so many people, including authority figures, use this as a narrative to justify over-the-top ridiculous laws, for example. It says here, we can't do surveillance work with a device because it's noisy, said Inspector Sharon Havel of the Waterloo Regional Police Service, which began using its drones in April 2018. That myth that we can fly around and spy on people is a challenge because, you can hear the device flying, she said. It just makes you think how everything comes in full circle now. For everyone who said stuff like that makes perfect sense, and they basically kind of added fuel to the fire in that sense, as opposed to, I guess, educating people saying that's not the case, you can't spy on people in that way. Now it basically affects everybody who wants to use it, let's say, in a good way as a tool and all that. And even the mention of this kind of makes me wonder, just in generally speaking, I mean, that's a whole thing you can debate whether or not a certain police department could use this, whether or not to use it ethically and all that. It says, although it isn't meant to replace police helicopter, the drone could augment some of its uses. A drone can fly lower and around objects more easily than the helicopter, making it more useful in some circumstances. I would imagine it's way easier or cheaper as well in overall. But it makes you think there again, if the helicopter flies over you, you don't think twice. There could be news medias with their high power cameras and stuff. Yet this drone, people make a big deal about it for the most part. To me, that's a weird double standard in my opinion. Alright, see you guys later.